It's working. Okay. Um, this is a Ontario knife company made in the USA. Bushcraft Woodsman. I I know there's a lot of knives out there that I thought about getting. I had the B Becker knife and tool BK9. It was a good knife. Didn't really like the handle so much. Um, what this had going for it, I thought when I bought it, was a 1/4 inch thick stock, a flat grind. I think flat grinds are the best for chopping, and it supposedly is 5160 steel, and they say the guy who he treats this at Ontario Knife has a way of doing it that makes it very tough. 5160 is a leaf spring steel. It's an old steel, but if it's heat treated properly, it's as tough as 1095. So 1095 would be always a good choice. And the SE knives and all the outdoor knives that are 1095 are great knives. I can't see a problem. But the knife that fits your hand the best is good. I want to talk about this knife because of the way it came to me. Don't know what can be seen here, but
Nope, you got too high. There.
the this right here shows roughness in the steel on the side. The blank cut out this way. There, I actually cleaned this up. There's when it came to me, the back of this was like it was cut out with a plasma cutter or even almost a cutting torch. It was ridiculously bad. The grind of this knife was so off centered. It was like thick here, pass, and a very thin pass. The actual apex of the knife was shifted off so that if you used it in a chopping, hit something, it's very easy to just chip it off to one side. I was very disappointed in this knife. The handle was so unfinished, there was sharp edges everywhere. This is all, I took this apart and sanded it down to smooth it all out. This is not the shape you're going to get it if they send them out like this. It was, I know you're going to think just send it back, right? Well, yes, but it has the steel I wanted and I'm able to, fix it. I did my own grind. I passed this on the grinder and uh, cleaned it up to what I like. These are through bolts. There's threads on each side, and there's a center barrel threaded insert. What they did, instead of evening out the amount of threads, they screwed one all the way down, caught a bunch of threads, and then on the other side, they were just able to catch a couple threads, and one was already stripped out. So, all in all told, it was poor quality control. It was just I wouldn't even want to tell people this is made in the USA. That's how bad it was. So hence, does made in the USA mean it's better than anything else? Don't know. Haven't used it yet. Probably a good chopper. I don't know. So everybody knows this, should know the Charade 1/4 inch stock. The BK Companion is very similar. I'm sure that's what they're trying to do with this. But the thing about this is I saw a guy do, and it's probably the best. It comes with almost like a truck bed lining coating. Some guy said. So what you did was you take the handles off. The few bad things I think I took care of. This is made in China knife, I assume. But the grinds, hollow grinds, were better than that. I mean, this is I never touched up, so it's all in all, it's better. This jimping was really probably a hot spot. I just took the grinder and take that down. Left this the way it is, and this is the edge grind. That wasn't touched. It's plenty good. And this is a basic survival knife. Okay. That's why this I consider a camping knife. Okay. this is what I consider a survival knife. It'd be you'd be hard pressed to break this under any conditions. I've seen people break the tip off, but that's as far as it goes. You take a piece of steel like this and you literally go out in your garage or something and smash it and try to break it. It's possible, but you're going to have a tough time and you might be tired at the by the time you do it. So survival knife, yes, it's just not going to fail. I can't see that happening. Very inexpensive, but it needs to be fixed. This, you can get it with the micarta. This rubber is probably, handle might fail. My thoughts is take this off, turn it over, and put epoxy in the back. Just make up some epoxy, pour it in the back, let it dry, put it back on. 2-ton epoxy, now you got a tough handle. It's the inexpensiveness about this knife that makes it good, and this is 1095 steel. And what I did was I just took paint stripper and I took the handle off. I put it on there. I stripped the truck bed coating off of it, and I already had some cold blue gun bluing, and so you buy yourself a little bottle, very inexpensive. Probably buy it at Walmart, and once you've sanded it, smoothed it out a little bit, and really don't have to work too hard on doing this. This all probably took me an hour. You put cold blue on it, and now you've got a knife that, if they asked $75 for it in this condition, I'm sure people would be happy to pay. This is a $35 knife, and an hour's worth of it's a labor of love if you like doing this kind of stuff. And you've got a $75 knife, I minimum. So great knife, great buy, made in China. So not so great buy, not such a great knife, made in USA. What what do you say about stuff like that? I don't know. Stop for a second. Well,